Good morning, students. Let's start. Today we will learn generally accepted accounting principle. These principles are known as GAAP. GAAP. It refers to rules or guidelines adopted for recording and reporting of the business transactions to its internal or external users to maintain uniformity and consistency in the preparation and presentation of financial statements. These principles are very important because we know that we have to record the transactions and communicate the important information to the internal and external users. For that purpose, this information should be reliable as well as comparable. The comparability of information is required to see how a firm has performed as compared to other firm, or how it has performed as compared to the previous year. And this comparison we know possible only when the information is based on similar policies or similar principles, etc. So to maintain uniformity and consistency in accounting records, these principles are developed and followed by the accountants. These principles have been generally accepted by accountants of all over the world as general guidelines for preparing the accounting statements. So, the first principle, business entity concept. This principle assumes that the business has a distinct and separate entity from its owner. It means they considered while recording the transactions that owner is different and his business is different. Distinction is made between personal transaction of the owners and business transactions. It means at the time of recording the transactions, accounting is made from the point of view of the business and not from the point of view of the owner. Okay? According to this concept, business is treated as a separate unit. It is separate, that is distinct from its owners, creditors, managers and others. So business unit should have a completely separate set of books, and we have to record business transactions from the firm's point of view and not from the point of view of the proprietor or the owner. Here, proprietor is treated as a creditor of the business to the extent of capital invested by him in the business. So, the capital is treated as a liability of the firm because it is assumed that the firm has borrowed funds from its own proprietor. So, this is the reason that we allow interest on capital to the owner, or interest on drawings is charged on the owner's drawings. Interest on capital, due to interest on capital, profit of the firm reduces, and at the same time there will be increase in the capital of the proprietor. Due to this principle, the proprietor's house, means owner's house, or his personal investment, his personal car, his personal income, expenditures are kept separate from the accounts of the business entity. This concept of separate entity, that is business entity concept, according to this concept, owner and his business are separated from each other. This is applicable to all forms of business organization, that is sole proprietorship, partnership, firm, company, etc. बिझनेस एंटिटी कन्सेप्टमध्ये असं सांगितलेलं आहे की ओनर आणि बिझनेस हे एकमेकांपासून वेगळे आहेत आणि आपण ज्यावेळेला बिझनेस ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स रेकॉर्ड करतो त्यावेळी आपण बिझनेसच्या पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यूने ते रेकॉर्ड करणार आहोत. ती बिझनेसची ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स असणार आहेत आणि त्यावेळेला ओनरच्या पर्सनल ट्रान्झॅक्शनचा विचार आपण करणार नाही आहोत. सो ज्या वेळेला बिझनेसमन आपल्या बिझनेसमध्ये कॅपिटल इन्व्हेस्ट करतो त्यावेळेला असं कन्सिडर केलं जातं की बिझनेसमननी आपल्या बिझनेसला लोन दिलं आहे. बिझनेसच्या दृष्टीने बिझनेसचा ओनर हा सुद्धा क्रेडिटर आहे. ही इज गिव्हिंग लोन टू द बिझनेस. ओके, दिस इज द व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट कन्सेप्ट. नेक्स्ट कन्सेप्ट, मनी मेजरमेंट कन्सेप्ट. This concept states that only those transactions which can be expressed in terms of money are to be recorded in the books of accounts. The transactions which cannot be expressed in terms of money are not recorded. Examples are given here. Sale of goods, payment of expenses, receipt of income, etc. are the transactions which can be expressed in terms of money. But appointment of some manager, research made or oral contracts made, etc., creativity in production, etc., we cannot express these transactions in terms of money, so we will not record these transactions. It means only those transactions and events are recorded in accounting which are capable of being expressed in terms of money. Any other transaction, even though it may be very important for the business, but it will not be recorded in the books of accounts unless it can be measured in terms of money. Okay, for example, we will not record a quarrel between the production manager and sales manager, or strike is beginning, or a competitor has placed a better product in the market. These all things are important for a business, but these facts cannot be expressed in money terms and thus are not recorded in the books of accounts. To make the accounting records relevant, simple, understandable and homogeneous, they are expressed in a common unit of measurement, that is money. Okay.